Who's going to make it out of Pool C? The 5-team round robin starts this Saturday at Chase Field in Phoenix, Arizona. Defending WBC champions USA are in this pool, along with Mexico, Colombia, Canada, and Great Britain. It all starts on Saturday at noon with Colombia taking on Mexico, followed in the evening by Great Britain and USA. Sunday, Great Britain versus Canada and Mexico versus USA. Monday, Colombia versus Great Britain and Canada versus USA. Tuesday, Canada versus Colombia and Great Britain versus Mexico. Wednesday, Mexico and Canada, USA and Colombia. USA underperformed in their first 3 WBCs, but managed to reach the second round every time, semifinalists in 2009. Then in 2017 marched all the way to the title. Mexico reached the second round in each of the first 2 WBCs, but hasn't made it back since. They have 2 wins over USA in the WBC. Colombia made their WBC debut last time and really made some noise. They took USA and the Dominican Republic to extra innings, finishing 3rd in their pool. Canada has never made it to the second round, though they have come up with big wins over USA and Mexico in past WBCs. Last time, though, they were 0-3, including a loss to Colombia. Great Britain is in the WBC for the first time. They went 3-0 in the WBC qualifier last fall to get here. This pool is different from Pools A and B. There's potential for some big upsets here. When making predictions for Pool A, you can get it completely wrong and no one will really blame you. The teams are evenly matched. Any upset in that pool is a small upset. In Pool B, the teams were so far apart, upsets were seen as highly unlikely. Of course, we've already seen a big upset there, but no one was saying that would happen a few days ago. But in Pool C, the teams fall in a certain order when you compare the talent of each team. It's not so close together like in Pool A, but they're not so far apart like the Pool B teams. Every team is in serious danger of being upset by a lower team, has the serious potential to upset a higher team. Let's see how they compare, pitching first. The best pitching team is the USA. Their starting rotation of Wainwright, Singer, Michaelis, and Kelly gives them an all-MLB rotation. All of them posted an ERA over 3 but under 4 as full-time starting pitchers last year. It's a far cry from what they could have if all the best American starting pitchers were participating, and not nearly as good as what they thought they were going to have. But compared to nearly every other WBC team, it is impressive. And if those guys get into trouble early, there are other Major League starting pitchers in the bullpen they can bring in. Also in the bullpen are some really good relievers. Definitely the best bullpen in this pool. Mexico's got the next best pitching staff, and it is close. Actually, Mexico's rotation of Urias, Sandoval, Walker, and Urquidy looks stronger than what the USA's got. But with the pitch limit in the first round, the bullpen is more important. I would rate Mexico's bullpen as good, but not as strong as USA's relievers. Then there's a big drop-off in the pitching level from number 2 to number 3. Canada's got Quantrill, a good Major League starting pitcher. A couple pitchers that were good in AAA last year, and a good one who pitched in the lower levels of the minors. In the bullpen, a few pitchers who've been out of MLB for years and not pitching anywhere. The rest are all minor leaguers. Colombia was supposed to have Jose Quintana here. He had to withdraw just last week, and that one hurts. They've still got Major League pitchers Chris Matt and San Martin, and Cuevas, a good KBO pitcher. But if you look through the rest of their pitching staff, it's mostly pitchers with ERAs over 5 in the minors last year. Britain's last in pitching. Their rotation is 2 guys who pitched in MLB years ago, one who struggled in Mexico last year, and one who pitched a little in the CPBL after struggling in AAA. Their bullpen compares well with Colombia's, but I'd still say Colombia's is better. Now for the hitting. USA is once again the number 1 team, but unlike the pitching, it is not close. Trout, Goldschmidt, Arenado, Betts, Realmuto, I don't really need to explain this one. Mexico's got some good hitting too. Arozarena, Verdugo, Meneses, all good hitters but well short of the level of hitting USA's got. Colombia's got Harold Ramirez and Gio Urshela. Donovan Solano was supposed to be here but had to withdraw a couple weeks ago. Canada's got one of the best hitters in Freddie Freeman. They've also got Tyler O'Neill. Mostly minor league players for the rest of their lineup though. I'd rate their hitting just a little below Colombia's. Last is Britain again. Trace Thompson had a good half season at the major league level last season. The rest are mostly prospects. Okay, so I think it's obvious that USA is the most talented. Best pitching, by a little. Best hitting, by a lot. Second is Mexico. Best rotation, second best overall pitching and hitting. Last is Britain, but not a really bad last place team. They've got enough talent among pitchers and hitters to make the games interesting. Canada and Colombia are really close. If Quintana and Solano were still there, I'd say Colombia. But after those two pulled out, I don't like what they're left with. I think Canada's got the better team. But it seems like there's got to be an upset in this pool. I don't think Canada over Colombia qualifies as an upset. Most people are picking Colombia, but they're about the same on paper. The upset I think will happen is Mexico over USA. USA has never gone through the first round undefeated, and they've always had trouble with Mexico. and Mexico's got the pitching that can keep the game close. So the order I've got is number 1, Mexico, number 2, USA, number 3, Canada, number 4, Colombia, and number 5, Great Britain. Like I said before, a lot of upsets could happen here. Britain over Colombia or Canada over Mexico, but I'm picking Mexico to go undefeated in this round while Britain goes winless. They'll put a scare into 1 or 2 teams, but they'll leave without a win. But that's just what I think. Let me know what you think down in the comments. That's all for this one, and until next time, this is Baseball International. See ya.